I had done Last Chance Harvey with Dustin Hoffman, and we got on incredibly well. Really became very matey, and I kept on, as I do with most people that I think should direct. I'm trying to push him into directing. So you got to direct. You've done 20 quintessential films. They're the best films I've ever seen. You've worked with the best directors. You can direct. Why did you do it? And he said, well, John, get me a script, I'll do it, I'll go. I go into the office of an education, and the producer of an education, Finola, Dwyer, had a film called Quartet about these people in an old people's home, and Richard Longcrane was meant to do it, and he just pulled out. And we looked at each other, and I said, well, I've got somebody I think who'd really love to work with Maggie Smith and Tom Courtenay, and Albert Finney was meant to do it in those days, and he would love it. And it's, he's of a certain age, but he would, it's an actor's piece. He would be brilliant at that. And, he's not rushing about, it's all in one house basically. And he happened to be in London at the time, and I phoned him up and I said, look, I've got a script. I read it first to make sure that it was what I thought it was. I said, please read it on the way back. Please read it on the way back, because I think this is a script that would really work as your first directorial debut. And he read it on the script. As soon as he landed, he phoned me and said, John, I want to do it. And that was it. He's an incredibly generous man. He's somebody who is very clever, and I wish most directors had understood this. What he does is that he respects the people he chooses to work with, and he gives them rope. He tells them, give me ideas, I want ideas, and then he'll cherry pick the ideas, the ones that he likes and he doesn't like. So that you arrive on set every day with a lot of enthusiasm. You want to do your best for him. He very kindly at the beginning said, look, I'll deal with the actors, but I want you to deal with the photography, the look of it, and even some of the blocking. I want you to do that, and I'll deal with the actors, and between us we can make this work. And we looked at this documentary, Tosca. It was all about these aging opera singers. And there was a beautiful, real quality about it, where there was all these ex-opera singers in this home. They had so much charisma. They were the top of the top at their time, in their time, and they still kept a certain flamboyance and were very amusing for that. And it was a great guidance of where to take this film, where you just had a lot of characters, and we did in Quartet. All the auxiliary characters were all real musicians, real trumpet players, people that had been the top of the top. Jazz musicians, all sorts of things. It was a very warm and strong story that he could work with. And a lot of what was in there was part of him and part of his character. And it's reflected in the story.